This is the Doc from the Stogie Fresh 5 podcast, and you're listening to The Geeks, the Stogie Geeks, with Tim and Paul. Kick back and enjoy. Geeks kick ass each week. Listen in to the regular episodes as they smoke and chat about the weekly list of stogies. And now, back to the Stogie Geeks.
They tend to be a little bit more of a tighter draw. You don't get as much.
Welcome back to the Stogie Geek Show. I want to remind everyone to go to our website, www.stogiegeeks.com, for all the latest cigar reviews and information about all the shows. Download the audio, the video.
Try that.
Also want to remind everyone, check out OceanStateCigars.com. That's right, it comes from Joyles right here in Rhode Island. Now, the cigars are not actually grown and rolled here in Rhode Island, but they are blended by Paul Joyle and company himself.
Tasty, isn't it?
They are they're very good. The Lancero is fantastic. Just read a great review on
dude,
Paul's
that was
Lancero.
good. Yeah,
it's a good
I like
review.
that.
The Stogie
Guys.
StogieGuys.com posted a review of the Lancero.
4.5 stars.
4.5 Stogies out of 5.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, I'm telling you, that's a kick-ass cigar, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
and
that's just not being a homer.
And I'll tell you
know
what,
I'm
I've
saying?
been following their blog for 4 or 5 years. They don't give 4.5 out of
Well,
5.
No, they
very
don't.
often.
No, they
So-
don't. No, they do not.
No, it's just because it's...
So,
Also want to mention for an upcoming episode, we're going to be doing an episode or two at the Havana Club right down the street here. So
Sweet.
you're going to check us out for that. And it's we want to make it like kind of a little herf, like a mini herf around the Stogie Geek Show. So all of us will get together. We'll go to the Havana Club. They've got quite a bit of space. So
Beautiful
if you want
place.
to, if you want to come watch us do the show live, I think
if
that'd be
you're
a lot
local.
of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to
We'd
make
love
it
to have you.
Yeah, we'd love to drink and smoke with you. Really, is what it comes down to. So
I know we have at least half a dozen listeners local, so it's...
more than that.
Yeah.
If you check the stats, we got a lot of local listeners.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So on to the segment. Very excited about it, Tim.
Before we do that, what did you light up, Paul?
I lit up Padron Family Reserve. This is the 44th Maduro.
Very nice.
I had the 1926 40th, but I did that on a previous show as my second cigar. This is a special cigar. These
Yes,
are
it is.
these are you can't go. How can you go wrong, right?
I'll
so-
show you.
I went with the Tatuaje Black Tubo.
Very nice. Those got about, 3 years on them now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
2009, I believe.
Yeah, you thought it was a little H out. I mean, I literally just lit this thing, but
Yeah.
I got some flavor right off the bat. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Tim.
So I lit up a PG Reserva exclusive Robusto, which I have not done before. Thank you, Stogie Santa, for gifting this to me. How old is this?
I would say that's about 4 years old.
Okay. Nowhere near
I told you.
the flavor of the Grand Panatella or the Corona.
Washed out, isn't it?
Yeah, very washed out. And just for the record, I just got a text from Big Al, who I gifted a Grand Panatella earlier to, and he's smoking it now. He says, incredibly awesome smoke. Thank you.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It's
And
it's
I
truly
think
an
that sums
epic
it
smoke.
up. Yeah.
Truly epic.
And don't get me wrong, this is a great smoke.
I'm
but,
surprised you can go put that in an Oasis category.
Originally, I did. The aged ones.
The aged ones, yes.
The aged ones were Oasis.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the new
yours
ones will be.
Yours is all a box worthy, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And you had them both, and you know what it's all about.
We just have some ventilation issues going on in the workshop here. That the vent right there, yeah. If that's not all the way in the window, Steve's gonna come around and help you guys with that. It's getting we can't see each other. It's getting a little smoky in here, so we'll get that fixed while we start up our next segment, which I lost. I have it somewhere.
It's in the show notes.
I need to refresh.
Well, we're talking about choosing the right cigar to give as a gift, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I thought it would be fun. We've talked about cigar gifts for the cigar lover, right? Which included boxes and cutters and lighters and humidors and all that stuff. But we all run in the situation where we give cigars to each other. You know,
yeah,
I
all
mean,
the time.
we in the Stogie Geeks, we do it all
Yeah.
the time. We'll do it with our listeners too. Our listeners will send us cigars. We'll send them cigars. We'll trade. That's a lot of fun. But we run into these other situations where we want to have a cigar with someone. We want to give them one of our cigars. We want them to try something
Big
new.
Al today at school. I mean,
At school.
at work.
In the schoolyard.
In the schoolyard.
Tim's in sixth grade now.
Well,
I'm still in first.
we beat some computer geek up and then smoked. No,
You don't beat up.
oh wait a
computer
second, I'm a
geeks.
computer geek. Never mind. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, so I came up with a couple of different categories. I came with a couple of different categories of people who you would want to give cigars, or maybe not want to give cigars, but people you were in a situation to give them a cigar. So we'll go through the list here, and I totally want you guys' feedback on this. I came up with a very short list, and I kind of want to go around and get everyone's feedback on it. So you're a first-time smoker, someone that maybe has never smoked a cigar in their life, maybe has never even smoked cigarettes or smoked anything in their life before. Maybe has had one cigar before, or smokes a cigarette while they're drinking or something like that. I tend to give the first-time smoker something mild, but not totally, completely. Where is that feedback coming from? Is that just in the headphones? Sorry about that.
There we go.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay. It's the high-tech equipment we got here in the studio.
I think it's the curtains that's messing
It's the curtains that are messing up our acoustics. So I try not to give them something completely flavorless, right? I mean, I want them to have something mild so they're not puking all over the workshop or, the yard or in the parking lot after they pick their girlfriend up from work.
Whoa.
Or on the way home from the Stogie Geek Show, opening the door on the way home. Not that anyone's done that. But I like to give them a medium body but a smaller cigar, right? Because, you're less likely to be overpowered or get sick from a smaller cigar, too, because you're not taking in as much nicotine due to the size. So I came up with a couple of brands that come to mind for the first-time cigar smoker. I don't always like to give them, like, the Macanudo or the... what was the one I smoked that was really mild? It comes in the Tubo, the Griffin's Tubo. Like, to me, that was too mild. They're going to smoke a cigar and be like, what's the point? Kind of thing. So EP Carrillo came to mind for me.
Short runs.
Short runs, the new waves, that kind of stuff. Arturo Fuente comes to mind. I think their cigars are somewhat
Cameroon.
milder. The Cameroon, easy to take down, so to speak. In something that's not expensive, because I find a first-time cigar smoker may not smoke the whole cigar. They're a little overwhelmed by they have their fill after not so much time.
I think a perfect cigar for a smoker who wants a little bit of, not just flavor, if you want a tad sweetness to it, is the Baccarat by Camacho.
No, that's a great first-time
you know what I mean?
cigar. A little bit of sweetness because of the tip. What is it with the cap? They use a sugar.
Like a glucose. But see, that's on the La Fontana. You'll have that in the first half-inch of the cigar, and it dissipates, where the Baccarat, you'll go right through and have that subtle sweetness, very, very mild, and you'll actually taste the cigar. Like you say, the Macanudo is like smoking. Or
the La Fontana is not a bad first-time cigar smoker either.
$4.
No, that's a good, Yeah, and price definitely has to factor into it too, right? Because they're not going to finish. So, Mark Jr., what do you typically give the first-time cigar smoker?
Well, it depends on how much I like them.
Or her, too. Well, we'll get to the female smoker.
I have a friend of mine, Tom. He's a cigarette smoker. So, first of all, I was confident that he could handle something that had a little bit of strength.
Right.
And he's my best friend, right? So, I think the first cigar I ever gave him was a San Cristobal de la Habana Las Puntas. And he was really able to appreciate that. And I've given him a couple. I've given him a couple Padrones over the years, and he really likes them. I know for a fact this guy doesn't smoke when I'm not around.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So he's probably only had
the cigars you've
10
given
cigars ever, right? And so that's a good example. I think
the Cuban cigar is good because it has that allure from the first time. Oh, I'm going to smoke a Cuban, but it's also the right strength profile and flavor profile. I think for a first-time smoker.
I agree.
You don't want to give them something where they really have to try to get the flavors out of either, because their palate's not refined. They haven't smoked a lot of different cigars to know the difference between a lot of the.
One time I gave him an Alec Bradley Prensado too, and he really liked that as well. I think that's a decent medium-sized cigar.
One of the reasons, though,
I'm kind of a little surprised because that is a little bit of a stronger smoke.
Well, you said he's a cigarette smoker.
Has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
You can deal with that nicotine.
I tend to hesitate to give first-time cigar smokers or even novice cigar smokers a Cuban cigar, because if you run into a construction problem, they're not always going to be able to identify it right away. They're not going to know what's happening, and they're not going to know how to deal with it. If it has a void in it, if it's a plugged cigar, oftentimes they're not going to know how to deal with it.
This guy is a little bit different. I mean, like I said, we're really good friends, so he's not going to be bashful to
Telling
say
you
to
there's
me,
something wrong.
yeah, exactly. He's not going to be like, dude, what the hell? I can't really get any smoke out. Well, then just throw it away. I'll give you another one. You know, like that kind of thing. So
you could preface it with that.
Oh, yeah.
Stogie Santa, you had some great picks. Baccarat, La Fontana.
Yeah, another one I'll throw in there, too. It's a little on the pricier side, but an Ashton.
Fair enough.
The Ashtons and the double E's.
Oh, the double E, the lower.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, yep.
That's where I like to go. And like I said, Mark brought up a great point. A first-time cigar smoker who has smoked a cigarette, you can be more versatile.
Yeah, you have more to play with there, yeah.
Tim?
So I think we got some great suggestions, some of which we already touched upon from the chat room. The double E definitely came up. La Aura, Seconds Robusto. Haven't had that one personally.
Yeah, Daniel in the Google Plus chat also recommends a La Aurora.
Yep, I would agree with that. San Cristobal, I assume that's the original line. That can be a little strong.
Yeah, I think those are really.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that actually. I think those are really good smokes.
They're great smokes, but they're definitely full flavored. No doubt. What else we got here? We got 858 Natural from Fuente. Brick House. I think that's a fantastic suggestion.
Yeah.
Because that's a medium-bodied, full-flavored smoke.
There's a couple Christophs out there that I think are pretty good too. The Cristiana.
That's really good. And like Paul was saying,
the Christoph Maduro is another nice.
The other one was the Fuente, the regular Chateau Natural.
Yeah. Steve keeps wanting to try the Exquisito. And I have it like in one of my travel humidors somewhere. I keep meaning to bring it out, and I keep forgetting. That's good because it's small.
What about the Jake Grotto Silk?
Silk is good.
Full-flavored Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper.
That's a great point.
I think those are all great suggestions, honestly. Camacho, Connecticut comes to mind.
Yeah. I wanted Steve to try some of my older Camacho, Connecticut 1118s. I got 3 or 4 of them.
Mild, but has some flavor, you know.
So the next category I had was the I only smoke Cuban cigar smoker.
I only smoke. First thing, what comes to your mind? I think we're all going to agree with this.
I mean, I like to mix it up. I like to give them. One of the things that comes to mind is I like to give them something completely different so they can try it. I like to give them a Padron. Like a 26 or 64, right? Yeah. Give them a Padron. I don't know. Some of the other guys in the lounge say this too. When I smoke a nice Cuban cigar, like, what do you follow that up with if you want to have another cigar? I usually follow it up with a Padron because it's just so different.
Yeah.
And it almost never disappoints, right?
No.
I almost want to mess with a dude.
I was just going to say
take the wrapper off a Grand Panatello with 7 years on it and tell him it's Cuban. Let's see what happens. I mean,
I've done that 2 or 3 times where I just completely screw with them and be like, yeah, here's a Cuban. Yeah. Where's the band? Oh, it's an older one. The band just fell off.
Yeah.
And then when they're like, oh, this thing rocks. And I'm like, yeah, it's from Nicaragua, dude.
Nice. Also, the brand that comes to mind is Tatuaje. Absolutely. Yeah. I think as far as if you want to get in the same profile as a Cuban cigar.
Like an RC 184, maybe?
I had an RC 184 this afternoon.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. The finish on that. And I know Stogie Santa is a big fan of the finish. The last third is just, I smoked it right. Actually, it's right here. Talk about a great finish, right?
That's awesome.
That is.
Let me get a picture of that.
Yeah,
man.
that was an RC 184, which is gigantic stick. Just fantastic, and it definitely has that Cuban-esque profile.
I'll tell you another one that comes to mind that I wouldn't be afraid to throw in. It's a PG Symphony.
Yeah.
You take that, you take the ring off that, and let people smoke that.
Absolutely. Now, what about the occasional smoker? Someone that has a cigar, once every couple of months, they have a cigar. I still tend to stick with a smaller cigar, but I think I tend to up the price tag a little bit because if they smoke a cigar every once in a while, they're more appreciative. They'll more likely to finish it, maybe.
It's interesting you say that. These are the guys I try and give something fantastic to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, really try and knock their socks off and show them what a cigar can be.
Now, I work with a lot of these guys. They play golf every once in a while. They only smoke a cigar every 2 or 3 months. And Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to steal your thunder. The Double E actually from La Roma de Cuba is a go-to for mine, especially if they're buying an entire box for a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
Because they're reasonably priced, and everybody comes back to me and says that cigar was awesome.
And that's a good point too. A lot of people that are occasional cigar smokers will have an event. We're having a golf tournament.
Yeah,
We're having a
it'll be 10 or
bachelor
12
party. I
of
want to
them.
go buy a box of cigars for my buddies. Double E is a good choice.
Yep, absolutely.
I said hit them with a Davidoff. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, if they have never had a Davidoff before, let them try a Davidoff. I think they're very appreciative of that. Also, I said hit them with some of the boutique brands such as Viaje or Four Kicks or something totally.
EPC.
Yeah, EPC, something totally out of the realm of what they normally smoke. Because typically your occasional cigar smoker, they're going to smoke the big brands. They're going to smoke a Fuente. They're going to smoke an Ashton.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
So, what do you recommend to people that come in that? And I think there's a lot of people that fall in this category, the occasional cigar smoker, smoking the big brands. What do you recommend to get them outside the box?
Outside the box, I'm going to tell you something. It's still a name brand, but the Corona Viva by Drew Estate.
Yeah,
that cigar.
That's a good call.
I think that cigar is a staple. I think that's the best cigar they put out. I know that's a big statement to say. I know you have the 13 coming out. You got the Rat. You got this and that. But for a cigar that's $7, the regular line I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a cigar that's talked about enough.
I don't. I just think that is a phenomenal cigar for $7. One of the better ones out there to me. And
I think the Dirty Rat and the L40 stand alone for me. I don't think that's a better smoke than those. But, but in terms of stuff that's of their stuff that's always available, that's the best.
Yeah. And one that goes probably, if they got to smoke a little more, but I'll tell you something that people really got into is that box press Ultra by Illusion. Oh, it maybe the strength may be a little
the
over
strength
the top.
Might be a little over the top.
Yeah. Just a little, providing, get a key of what they're smoking, and if they're in that medium and they want to try something medium on the full side, that cigar, every time I smoke it, just gets better.
It's funny you say that because the chat room brought up the Epine earlier.
Yep. And Epine's
that's another good one, too.
That's a good one. Illusione is a good brand to try.
When I was first starting to geek out with cigars and I had my first Epine, I was like, wow. It's such a unique flavor profile on it. I mean, it definitely has some sneaky strength on it, too. But
look at the La Petite.
Yeah.
The La Petite, the La Firma, which is the
La
Toro.
Firme, and then what's the oh God,
the Singular.
Yeah, Singular. Yep.
Singular is awesome.
I'm not a big Churchill fan, but the Churchill sized Epernay, I think that's a good one too.
Is that the box press? Or is
yes.
Well, aren't they all box press?
No, there's some.
Nope.
They had a separate box press.
There are
then
some
it is
that-
box press. Yes,
The box press is awesome.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah.
So, what do you guys give the female smoker? I find this is
hold it for a second, because I don't want a random ball shot when I walk down the street. Are we talking a female smoker who smokes cigars, who does not smoke cigars?
either one.
Okay. fair
Either
enough.
one.
The ones that don't smoke often, and they love it to death, is Eileen's Dream.
What? I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's a CAO. It's
is it a flavored CAO?
Yeah, it's white chocolate and truffle, and it's not a sicky sweet. They like the smell of this.
Some flavored cigars are just overpowering sweetness.
Right.
Yeah.
That cigar is a major hit with a person or a female that wants to try something that's not really strong, wants something sweet and tasty, and that cigar is a major hit.
My only problem with giving anyone something that's flavored is it's hard for me to sit in the room with them.
I can't smoke a cigar. I'm just saying, just to give them purely a gift.
And so what was that again?
It's called Eileen's Dream.
Eileen's Dream from CAO.
CAO, and the other one is going to be Carmelo Joe. There's another one.
Carmelo Joe.
Yeah, very nutty. It's really
That's from Carmelo Cigars?
no, that's from CAO also.
CAO.
I'm not a CAO fan. But trust me when I tell you, I don't even like saying.
Well,
that,
because
but-
a lot of people are probably going to recommend acid, but you're going to
No,
CAO. You
this
recommended
acid-
2 CAO flavors, which I've never had before.
the CAO, you got to be real. I mean, the acid.
Yeah.
You got to be really careful with that. That's more of a botanical type cigar.
Yeah.
That, herbal. I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, and it's some cigars you can say okay, you like it. That's either
You do or you don't.
don't. There's
agree.
no.
Tell you what, I don't like to be in the same room when someone's
No,
smoking.
I can't deal with it.
I don't. It's so overpowering.
I agree.
I mean, whatever the
Can't taste
flavor,
your cigar.
whatever the flavor, it's almost like when someone puts on too much cologne or perfume.
Yeah, exactly.
You may like that cologne or perfume, but when the person dumps the whole bottle on them, it just overpowers your senses. And the acid puts too much flavor in the cigar.
And the other
for me.
ones are Tatianas.
Yeah, the Tatianas I've heard
There's
of
a
before.
nice little flavored cigars, and the also there's not so much the Java line.
Java from Drew Estate, which is a Rocky Patel, but Drew Estate makes them from Rocky Patel.
Right, but the other one, I just getting them in. Isla de Sol.
Yes.
It's a
yes.
much more milder cigar
Than the Java?
than a Java or the Tobacco
interesting.
Especial.
Yeah.
See, the
Now, those are both from Drew Estate, right?
They're all Drew
Yeah.
Estates. They
Yep.
took over from what's that? The Kahlua. Kahlua didn't want to be tied into us tobacco, or they think there was a taboo to it. So that's when they started with the Tobacco Especial. Which
I've never had an Isa del Sol.
Yeah, it's something I
We
can't
probably
smoke.
wouldn't like
I
it,
couldn't do
yeah.
it. But the tobacco is more of a medium type of cigar. It could probably
Tobacco is coffee or chocolate?
coffee infused, but very, very, very mild. So that for a girl would be nice. But the only downfall, well, you can get the little cigarillos that have those in the tins.
Now, do you stick with just a flavored cigar? We've
No.
talked only
No,
about
no, no.
flavored
I
cigars.
was going to actually make a point.
Yeah, let's talk about
My mom
non-flavored.
smokes cigarettes, and every once in a while when I'm smoking a cigar, she'll like to have one.
Yeah.
And when I go to her house and I'm planning on smoking, I'll bring something with me, either a La Aurora, Cameroon Robusto, or something like that. And my mom really appreciates that. She really, really likes those. And I've hooked my mom with a couple Cubans sometimes, and my mom has really lost it over.
Look,
I was going to say, Cubans for a cigar smoker, I mean, I think, a lot of them might be able to appreciate a mild Cuban. So.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm cooking.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we're going to open the door in here. For
We got
a while.
that heat blowing on us,
You got
Stogie
some-
Santa. So.
Yeah, I know.
You can switch that to fan in the back. If you push the mode button, that'll switch over to fan.
And the other one, look at my wife.
Thank
She
you.
never smokes
does this
hardly that many cigars. She loved the original Daisy Cutter.
That's
Loved
right,
it.
you said that.
I
Yeah.
got a picture on the phone, her smoking that. She absolutely loved it. And
Nice.
I had this girl, Jess, that comes into the shop. She's all over Padrones. Loved
Yeah.
Padrones. So there are some female smokers out there absolutely dead on with some of their assessments. It's amazing what they can pick up.
I said EPC New Wave Connecticut.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
Good one.
That's a good one. Flavorful, mild.
Yep.
Yep, they like that.
The next category is a little tough. This is the cigar geek, right? This is like one of us,
Uh-oh.
I mean, we're smoking 5 to 10 cigars a week, depending, maybe more, maybe less. Average 5 to 10 cigars a week. We've smoked a lot of different cigars in our lifetime. I find this is when we just got to ask. You get the stuff in your humidor that's maybe aged, special, limited, maybe not available in their region. You try and stump them. I find you really got to ask what they like, and then dig deep to find it.
I don't.
What do you think? What do you think?
I disagree with you. I don't think you have to really. I think it's a lot of fun because what I like doing is actually not putting to the test, but wow, look what I got. And it doesn't always have to be something limited. It's got to be something that's just really good. And you get someone like us who, well, not us, the seasoned smoker enjoys a full flavored smoke. It doesn't have to be this headbanger.
I remember the first time that I came into the shop, right? And, you asked me a bunch of questions. You found out that I smoke a lot of cigars, all this kind of stuff. And I hadn't been exposed to the PG, so you immediately hooked me up with a
PG
Symphony
comes
20.
by, yeah.
You hooked me up with a Symphony 20 Robusto, and you hooked me, and that was right when the Viaje Mystery box presses.
Yeah,
came out.
that?
Yeah, those were like
I love that.
a couple of the first ones that he got me with.
I
and
love
was
doing
like,
that. I have more fun doing that.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
we all trade cigars.
Yeah.
So like the first, my favorite is not necessarily the Cigar Geek because it's, they're really into it. My favorite is the guy who smokes an occasional cigar.
Yeah.
Really trying
really
to knock
wow
their
them.
socks off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
But sometimes I find I overwhelm them. Nothing. I tell you what. When I'm out, I love smoking outside more than anything because I can taste that cigar 10 times better. But this may sound weird. I really enjoy smoking a cigar with that person you shared it with, and they're enjoying it as much as you are. And I tell you, the experience it's a blast. It's almost like we haven't grown up. When we were younger, we traded baseball cards, so we traded that addiction into a cigar.
Yeah,
it's almost the same kind of parallel.
The best part of my day was that text I just got from Big Al saying, "Thank you
so
so much. The cigar is awesome."
That's what
and
I'm
I was like,
about.
I'm so happy you enjoyed it.
That's like with Steve Drew. Same thing. He hooks me up with all kinds of different smokes that I'm not going to get my hands on. Vice versa, sends me a text. Wow, thank you. And
a fine day for me is when I gave you that La Aurora Maduro.
Oh man,
you were talking about that last week.
And he was jumping up and down with joy with it.
I remember that smoke. That smoke was incredible.
And I understand what you're saying too. It's that occasional smoke. I think your variance is a little bit smaller. You don't want to overpower him.
Yeah,
you don't want. I find myself digging deeper for that than I am for the stogie.
And you can almost make a cigar smoker out of someone. The fun part is trying to take that occasional cigar smoker to a regular cigar smoker, because you gave him a cigar that was just so freaking awesome. Someone in the chat room says, Padron Aniversario is what made me a cigar smoker 15 years ago.
Yeah. Yep.
You just have that cigar and you're like, holy crap.
Yeah. That cigar is epic. I mean,
that'll do it.
Yeah.
That's one of those ones that'll do it.
Absolutely.
And then you always go back to the two things I think of that I could never live without cigar smoking. Three. It's a Padron, a Cuban, and Opus X. If I couldn't have those three,
Amen, brother.
Oh
Amen.
man, I just couldn't. I think I would be a lost soul.
Well, and some of the cigars that you turned me on to early on was an LFD Factory Press 3.
Yeah.
That was just covered in plume.
Yeah, remember that?
And I was like, this is what a cigar can be.
Yeah.
And it's just like all these wonderful flavors, and you get cigars like that, and it really turns.
Just like what Mark did with that Monty.
Yeah.
It was like weird. Wow, it does, and to see that, and
it's an important part of what we do as cigar smokers.
Oh, it does.
I think so. I think it's one of my favorite parts of the hobby.
It keeps the hobby going too for everyone, right? It keeps the sport alive.
Hey man, I checked this out. You need to try this.
Yeah.
What's the first thing you do? We'll use the four of us in here. Whoa, I'll get a text from Tim. Look at smoking in the morning, or a text from Mark Jr. or from yourself. Close friends, and you're like, what's the first thing you want to do? Want to grab one?
Yep,
There's this guy.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, I've got I smoke those cigars from the gas station smoker.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Those aren't friends.
So I put this person.
Those are special people who need help.
Yeah. This person does not deserve a cigar from a humidor, so you can either tell them that you're all out of smokes or give them something you want to get rid of.
We all have a tabletop humidor that we never go to, and we put them in there. There you go.
I have a term for him. Brother-in-law cigars.
Now, having said that,
you go to an event, you get a goodie bag full of stuff, and you never take anything out of it. You throw it in.
But now, having said that, Daniel, I think in the Google chat said that one of his first cigars was from a gas station. And some people do start there, and you have to recognize that there are some people there are some people that you can take from that gas station cigar all the way to enjoying a Padron. But there are others that's
a great point
that will never get there,
because that's what we're here to do, to educate. It's the same thing. Were you drinking this kind of alcohol before?
No.
Same thing?
Yeah, that was a total discovery for me. I didn't even like Scotch.
Yeah.
At 18, I was drinking Jack Daniels. I mean, look what we're drinking now.
We were all drinking that at 18.
Yeah, I mean,
right. And we went from Budweiser to when's the last time you had a Bud?
I actually,
don't answer it.
No. I'm going to go out on a limb here. And when I
exactly
really want to pound them
1990.
in the summer, a Bud bottle that's freezing cold, Bud only from the bottle when they're freezing cold is a good way to get hammered.
I feel the same way about Miller High Life. So
it's the champagne
it's
beer.
a champagne beer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, man. 1 or 2 of those things, and I'm buzzing good. I don't know what it is.
For me, it's kind of like you need a refreshment, you need to quench your thirst, and you want a little buzz too, so you reach for something like a Miller Lite or a Budweiser, and it's like water with alcohol.
Yeah. Natty Ice.
Yeah. The last one I had here was the Rocky Patel smoker. I didn't know how else to term it, but I think there's a large percentage of cigar smokers that are going to, I mean, let's face it, we'll name names, right? They're going to the top 3 big websites in ordering from
the marketing kings.
Right.
They're going to the Cigars International, they're going to Famous Smoke, and they're going to cigar.com, and they're ordering Thompson Cigars and another, so the 4 big ones, right? And they're ordering the mass-produced, high-volume,
Highly marketed.
highly marketed, low price cigars. Rocky Patel. Now, I don't want to knock Rocky Patel.
No.
He
He's
makes
a
some great.
smart man. He knows what he's doing.
But he makes some great cigars too. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. I mean,
Used to.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark. Whole world.
So
Don't hold back.
I mean, Five Vegas comes to mind, and I started smoking a lot of the Five Vegas, style cigars.
I've never been able to get through one, to be quite honest with you.
No, me either.
Yeah, they're not great, to say the least. But how do we get these people to?
You're not.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because
And it's different from the occasional cigar smoker.
not that it's not-
these people are smoking a lot of cigars.
well, that's you're stealing my thunder. Is that these people aren't smoking cigars? Two things I look at: price and the amount of cigars. Right. So they're smoking 4 or 5 cigars a day.
Yep.
They're not going to smoke a $7, $8, $9 cigar.
Yeah,
so
they can't afford it. They can't afford it. Yeah.
Right.
Nobody
Yeah.
can afford that.
No one can afford. Right. That's one. And number two is just they're on a budget, and they figure that's what they want, and it's going to be hard to take someone to that next level when they have, I wouldn't say the mentality, I'll say a budget or what they got to do to fit their needs.
It's a different kind of cigar smoker.
Yeah,
it's
it
tough
is.
to.
There's nothing wrong.
I don't know. What I say about these people is you give them what they like to smoke.
Yeah.
You know? Like, someone was telling me there's someone that smokes.
I don't have those to give to people.
Me either.
Well, let's say someone smokes 3 Ashton Age Maduros a day.
Yeah.
Like, what do you give them to smoke? They
See,
only like the Ashton Age Maduro.
And there's another point. When you're going to smoke 4 cigars a day, that means you're not smoking the right one.
Yeah.
Because if you smoke a real good, a Panatella,
Yep.
that was the only cigar that you had for the day. Would that be good enough for you?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
You see
It's
what I'm
an
saying?
hour and a half,
you
hour
smoke
45 minutes
that
smoke.
Padron
This
44.
Padron is
Exactly.
freaking fantastic.
Isn't it something? So, in the long run, they could actually save themselves money by smoking less of best than more of shit.
Yep.
That's just the bottom line. I just like the Five Vegas and everything else, and what's it, the Diesel, things like that. Hey,
Yeah.
good for you. That's what you prefer.
Well, is that the big smoke?
Yeah, we went to. It was amazing.
You went to a big smoke.
I want to go
and
down
that's where
there.
a lot of these brands are showcased at the big
right.
smoke.
I just want. It's like everything else. You got to experience it. Don't knock it. I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is, and people are having fun. Good for them. It's nothing wrong with that. But I just don't get. They go down there, and all they want to do is get their free humidor and 300 cigars. That everything I got at the HERF, I just gave to the troops. Not. I mean, good for them. Thank God for our troops that are out there. But I'm not smoking those things.
Right.
No, thanks.
Right.
It's good. It's.
I'd
good.
rather have one decent smoke a day.
Yeah, that's
than
all you
3
need.
crappy ones. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm not saying what you're smoking in Vegas, and the people are doing it good for you, and that's what you want, and that's where you are, and you're happy. Good for you.
So last week's winner.
Yes.
You want to talk about what we're smoking, how it's doing first?
My cigar is friggin'
Of
fantastic.
course you are. You're smoking a Throwing Family Reserve over there.
There you go. A little bit better
Box
than
you
that.
Mine's lost some steam, actually. It
Okay.
started out a little stronger, and I might be leaning towards agreeing with you right now.
Yeah. The last time I smoked it was flat. But
I smoked mine about 6 months ago, and right about here, that's when I kind of lost it. So
what, about the halfway point, or what is
No, I was about 3/4.
Okay.
So maybe now it is. So we'll have to smoke. I'll bring them all over and we'll smoke them up.
How's your prototype doing?
Oh, mine's really, really good. The only thing is we got cold weather. It's not the cigar, first of all. I can't say that enough. It's a phenomenal cigar. Great taste to it. I got some bang to it, but as you can see, it's just splitting. The draw is getting affected.
Yeah, it's dry and cold.
It's really cold. It's not the cigar. Vanilla flavor, nice spice.
I love
really
vanilla.
good.
Vanilla.
I'm telling you what, it's supposed to be the same wrapper as the CYB, but it's got a lot more strength to it. It's really an excellent cigar. It's going to do very well.
Nice.
So my Robusto from PG, definitely the spice picked up on the second, third. That's about where I am now, but nowhere near the flavor
Right.
of the Grand Panatella.
I find that with the Robustos too. Similar kind of profile, but the flavor is.
It's not there.
See, if you didn't have the Panatella and we weren't so spoiled, you'd say it's a decent
Yeah.
smoke.
Yeah, I would say this is a great smoke.
Yeah.
So as I've gone through that line, I can tell that line was blended for the smaller ring
Absolutely.
gauges first.
Isn't that wild? Isn't that the
You
great
can
call?
tell. You
I
can
mean,
tell.
the draw is perfect. The burn is good. The flavors are there, but after smoking the Corona, the Grand Panatella,
Why even
I wouldn't
bother?
bother with any other Vitola in the line at this point.
Yep.
I mean,
And
but-
It is. It is what it is. That Panatella is just an epic, and I enjoy it.
Mark Jr., you and I were talking about the Grand Corona earlier, the Corona Extra.
Yes.
Not as good as the Corona.
No.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Actually, the Robusto, I think, is better than the Corona Extra. But
yeah. I thought
and the weakest
Did
link.
you give me a Bellicoso of that one time, too?
Man, he reads my mind.
I almost grabbed one of those tonight.
Remember that one? No, I shouldn't say.
I saw the box of Bellicosos tonight.
And
like, you don't want that.
No, the Corona Gorda was worse, though, I thought.
I thought so, too.
Yeah, I thought the Corona Gorda was worse.
It's the worst of the bunch.
So size really matters when it comes to...
It's the anti-bell of the ball.
The anti-bell of the ball.
You got to put that as a trademark. That's fine. That's a shame that I can't draw on this.
So that's
last week's winner.
Yeah, last week's winner.
All right, let's pick
Stogie said you need to light something else up.
No, I'm going to struggle through
You're
this.
going to struggle, really? Oh, you're enjoying it.
No. What happened? I got to see the crack. And that's because it's cold.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not struggling. It's excellent. It's a very good cigar. While we're on here, Tim's pulling up the names of our winner.
Give me time.
Yep. I want to hear three of us. I don't know if we all had them or not. The Papa Fritas.
I have not tried it.
I haven't tried it.
Okay.
I cannot get past the price point.
It pisses me off. I'm sorry.
Touchdown. I can't agree with Timmy more.
It pisses me off, dude. $6.25 for
mixed fill.
Short fill.
Excuse me, short fill. What I'm trying to say, I think it's a good cigar.
I need to pull the shot.
But I'm sorry, at $6 a stick, and people, I guess me and Tim must be on the only island by ourselves. Because I'm going to tell you.
No, I'm there with you. It pisses me off.
Oh, hold on. All four of us are there because I tell you what.
Oh, you went.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
okay,
thumbs
good.
down for me. And I reviewed it on the show. I did not like that cigar at all. I thought it was harsh.
Yeah, he's the only one that actually.
I did not enjoy it.
Okay, we'll have to.
It was kind of fresh off the truck, but other people have smoked a ton more of them. To give them credit, they smoked a lot more than I smoked one. Other people smoked dozens.
They love them.
And they love them.
Yeah.
They love them. But I don't get it. And again, I've only smoked one, and I will go back and revisit, and I will talk about it on the show.
I just can't get past the $25 for a tin of 4.
So have you smoked one?
No.
It's $6.25 a piece.
I'll tell you what. What we're going to do, that's going to be our next thing we're going to do. I'm going to bring them over. We're going to have to smoke them. Okay. We're going to have to do it. So maybe we're missing something. Okay?
That's what I'm thinking. Like I said,
I
look at all these favorable.
One.
So what did you think when you smoked one?
I thought it was good. It was okay. I thought Timmy smoked. It's just there's so much more I can play with.
For $6 and something cents, there's a lot of options out there.
There's tons. We talked about several cigars just tonight.
I'll take the Corona Viva.
Yeah.
How can you even
the double E, the San Cristobal?
I'm just saying the same profile. I'll even put it in the
aging
same
room is in that.
Aging room. Yeah.
That F55. I love that little Robusto.
The F55 is awesome.
Well, those are a little bit more. I was talking more about the M356, the Presto.
356, yeah.
The Presto, I love those things, and they're like $6 a piece. Yeah, I like those.
I'll take the 858 over that. The Maduro.
The 858.
Yeah.
What am I missing?
The Fuentes.
Oh, yeah.
I'd take that Fonseca Cubano Limitado over.
Wow.
Dude, I didn't like it at all. But like I said, they had just come in.
We got to know something. We got to redo it. Maybe
we got to give it a fair shake.
Yes.
You got to smoke with them more than one.
I'm surprised we didn't get bombed in the chat room because these things are flying.
Oh my God, people love them. Every review I read of it is glowing.
ATL's right. I mean, everybody on the BOTL forum is going nuts from.
Not just 50% flat tire, which everything Drew Estate gets a high rating.
Right. What I love to do with that is take that out of the tin, take the band off that, and smoke it.
Yeah.
That's what I love about blind tastings. A lot of people don't like to do that. I think it's a great way. You're not preconceived.
Mark Jr. hates that.
Yeah, I don't know. Really,
it's just my neuroses, man.
Okay,
that's what it is. I don't know what it is. I've come around a little bit since we've started doing it here, but
we need to do more of it. You'll.
That's like when we did the quesadas, the special release from Spain.
The Spanias.
Yeah, Spanias, right. And I gave one to my friend. He smoked it. He says, unbelievable. I can't believe it. He goes, what? You love these? And I think they're terrible. The following day, I took the label right off. I took it right off the thing. I said, here you go. I said, I got a Cuban for you. He goes, oh, my God. It's one of the best cigars I ever smoked. Same goddamn cigar.
That's awesome.
Yeah, same cigar. He thought it was a Cuban. I said, no, that was a little too far. I was going, the opposite end
Right.
of the
They are
spectrum.
Cuban-esque.
Cuban-esque.
They are very much so. Yeah.
Yep, and that, I'll tell you what. That's,
Well, look at the market they put them in, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Cuban
You have
True
to
was
give
made.
them something
this
Cuban-esque.
Yeah.
thing is really, really good. You guys are
That's
gonna love
good. All
this.
right, I'm gonna-
And we're gonna we're working on having him come to the store to do
Nice.
some rolling event.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
So
Tim,
anyway.
contest winner. Actually, before you do that, I need something to drink.
do you want?
Not the Uprising.
Okay. Yeah, not
The
the
Sazerac.
The Don Q is good, but I'll tell you,
It's a little sweet.
yeah, too sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Cool. Look at how much we drank of it.
last week's contest was for a 5-pack of El Suelo Gran Robustos,
Cool.
and we asked who started El Atelier. No.
Letelier.
Letelier.
Atelier.
Yeah.
Imports
Letelier.
with
Letelier.
Let me speak, sir.
Yeah, relax.
With Pete Johnson. You guys are bastards. All right, so who started the company with Pete Johnson, and what 4 blends are currently available under the brand? And there are more than 4 blends, so I took a couple of different answers here. We said email us the answer. I picked a random winner, and the winner is... I got to pull down the...
What was the answer? Or are you going to
I'm-
read his answer?
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna
okay.
get there.
Wow.
Tom D. from Fort Myers, Florida.
Oh, cool.
And
Love
he
it.
answered, it was founded by Pete Johnson, Casey Johnson, and Dan Welsh from AHC. That's New Havana Cigars. The main line
Nailed
has the LAT 56, 54, 52, and 46 SS. There's also the El Suelo, the Trocadero,
Trocadero.
and the Surrogates line, which actually has 4 unique blends with 2 new ones coming out.
Right.
And that's the Skullbreaker, Bone Crusher, Crystal Baller, Tramp Stamp, and one of the new ones is the Animal Cracker.
Animal cracker. What did I say?
What's
Something
the 6th
cracker,
one? The
right?
ginger...
No, animal.
That's what he was
Animal
thinking of.
cracker,
Yeah,
right,
right,
animal
animal
cracker,
cracker.
okay.
Right. I said ginger cracker. Or
Completely right. Went above and beyond answering the question. Congratulations, Tom. Send us your Addy. I will email you in a few minutes. So,
something. Great job.
We'll
Tom
get those
from
out to
Fort
you.
Myers, Florida.
Yep.
So, this week's question.
And this is for a 5-pack of the CLE Quarenta.
Quarenta.
Wow, we're on a roll tonight.
40.
With the pronunciations.
40.
So, sorry, got to pull it up. All right, so 5-pack. Question: what does CLE stand for, and why was the name Quarenta chosen for the cigar?
There you go.
That is the question. Email us at stogigeeks.com. I'm sorry, stogigeeks@gmail.com.
You got it.
And we'll wait till the next show to pick a winner. So,
Excellent.
Great job, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for listening. Make sure you support the CRA, Cigar Rights of America, so we can
And
keep...
support Stogie Geeks, baby.
That's right. Go to StoGieeks.com.
Stogie Santa's all fired up.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Thanks, everyone, for listening, and
what a
we'll
good
see
cigar
everyone
does?
on the next episode
Good night, guys.
of
Good
the
night.
Stogie Geeks.